Big week lies ahead for Liverpool and Manchester City in European action, flying the flag for British teams or whatever. Liverpool goes in semi-finals of the Europa League, Manchester City taking on Real Madrid. What do you reckon, boys? Can Liverpool and Man City do the business and go all the way to the finals?
They can. I hope they don't. But I'm not. Does anyone want English teams other than your own team to do well in Europe? I don't. That's all. I don't care about the coefficient either. But it's the irony here is that the two teams you didn't necessarily expect to go all the way in Europe could actually fix the coefficient for England.
Not exactly.
To answer your question, I think Liverpool got a much better chance than City, based on what you did against Dortmund, and I know from personal experience how good Dortmund are.
Yeah, but have to wait and see, won't we? Because, the Sacco might get them thrown out. So
He's not going to get us thrown out.
we can only hope.
You can only hope.
The coefficient is sorted, so fuck them, basically. I hope.
For now.
No, it's set for the next 5 years now.
No, but I mean, that's what I mean, but it all starts to add up again, mate.
Yeah, but I'm not asked what this year.
Who cares about the coefficient?
You need to care about the coefficient, because if you lose your fourth place, you're in big trouble.
Listen, so what? I don't care about coefficients, right? I don't care about it, right? All I care about is Arsenal. All I care about, I'm a bit with Flav on this one. All I care about is Arsenal. Looking at the two teams, number one, Villarreal are a very, very good team. Do not underestimate them. They are a top team. Fourth, isn't it, in La Liga, and got some very good players.
But not won a league game since they got to the quarterfinals.
Play very good football though. That would be a more difficult game. I do think Liverpool will get through it over the two legs, but I think it's not going to be as easy as what people think.
Anyone else think Man City? I've got a feeling about Man
City against Real Madrid. I think City could beat Madrid.
Really?
When the draw was going down for the Champions League, I didn't mind getting Madrid. I was just gutted when we got Barcelona, because Real Madrid, I'm like, their defence, I don't rate it. I think you can beat Real Madrid, and if you can keep Ronaldo and Bale quiet, that's obviously very difficult. But I think you can score goals against Real Madrid. So I think City have got a good chance of getting through that. It all depends what they do in Madrid, I think. But they've got guys like Aguero, De Bruyne's back.
Yeah, he's been
Company's back. Yeah. City are playing got a bit of form going at the moment. It wouldn't be a shock for me if they got through to the final.
The City thing for me is, I think it hinges on De Bruyne, but also because Yaya might not make it, which I don't
think that's a big issue, though, is it?
But Aguero's working on a goal a game at the moment, pretty much, isn't he? He's I think for me, he's the closest thing the Premier League have got to a player who's in the same bracket as Ronaldo and Bale.
Listen, don't forget as well, right? In the last round, right, Wolfsburg beat Real Madrid 2-0 at home. It was really, they threw away. Yeah. They went away, lost 3-0, right? They threw that away the second game. Wolfsburg had a great chance. If that City were 2-0 up, I reckon they'd get through. So Real Madrid, and also Real Madrid, you know what it's like for them as a club. They're under huge pressure to win the whole thing, because it's like in Madrid, it's like a given that they expect them to win the Champions League. So I think both clubs got a great chance of progressing.
I think the struggle Liverpool have got, and it comes back, and we've talked about it, we've hinted at it a few times, we've skirted around the elephant in the room, as it were, but the Sacco thing. We've had such a solid partnership
and
developing.
He's been playing so well, hasn't he?
He's been so good, and the fact is, at the minute we're sat here. In fact, I've just actually looked at the comments on one of our videos between filming. I'd forgotten it, but we've got it's going to be Skrtel, Lucas Leiva, or Kolo Touré partnering Lovren, and you've got
to be Skrtel, isn't it?
But Skrtel's not match fit. He's been out the team for weeks. The last time he came in was off the bench for Lovren against Southampton. And we collapsed. We conceded 3 goals in the second half with him at centre half. So he's not a favourite with the fans, certainly. Kolo Touré's a Brazilian years old. Lucas Leiva's actually looked at times our best centre half, even though he's a defensive midfielder. And then someone pointed out to me, Steven Kolker. Remember him? Yeah, apparently he's a Liverpool player.
Forward, though,
exactly. Yeah. He's apparently eligible for this competition because we registered him. So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's the issue for us against a team that's got a good, very good counter attack. We're actually for the first time in a while, our defence is looking more frail than usual, particularly in terms of personnel. So that's a big issue.
The only thing I worry about with that Liverpool game is you guys are on such a high after that beating Dortmund that now everybody expects Villarreal walk that. You know what I mean? And they are a top team.
Well,
so,
we all thought, we were like, Villarreal, definitely. And a lot of people go, yeah, because Sevilla, they're the team to watch out for. Sevilla, they're like mid-table in the Liga. Villarreal 4th. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, so they are good then. Yeah, you know, but you naturally do that, don't you?
Yeah, of course you do, yeah.
I mean, my big worry as an Everton fan is our season couldn't possibly get any worse.
Right. Oh, unless we go win.
Yeah, so I'm thinking you'll probably win the fucking lot. And then obviously you'll be in the Champions League, and then...
I still like this.
My life.
I still can't help it, but I like that notion of it doesn't look like it's going to go that way of like Man United finishing 4th, City finishing 5th, then winning the Champions League, us winning the Europa, and Man United losing their Champions League space.
You know what I found interesting what Flav says, right? And what's your opinion on that? When any other club... Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you now, right? When any other club, right, is in the Champions League or Europa League, do you, as a Liverpool fan, want any of them to win?
Right, let me tell you a little story about this. There's a short answer to it, but I don't exist for short answers. I was on holiday when... I was on holiday in Turkey when Man United played Barcelona. I can't remember which of the finals it was. It was on when Messi scored the header. I forget the year, but either way, there was a load of Mancs staying in our hotel, and I basically wore my Barcelona shirt that day, as you do. And I went up to the dinner, and a couple of them went, "I like you, I'm posh in your lock, aren't you?" And I was like, "Listen, mate, I'd love to give it the bifters about, it's good for the Premier League, it's good for football, it's good for England, but that's a massive load of shit. I want to see you get battered by Barcelona. It's as simple as that."
I wore that shirt.
AC Milan.
On the 25th of May 2005.
That's the lucky shirt!
All round Liverpool. Yeah.
That's the lucky shirt.
So you know what?
I'm wait, it's got fucking Shevchenko on the back.
So you know what? I love.
Damn you, eBay Chinese sellers of shirts.
You know all right. Now this is what I love, because I'm the same as you guys, right? So this is what proper fans are about. I hate hearing this thing about we want an English club.
But that being said, like the only clubs I begrudge European success to are actually everyone apart from us now. So I don't know where I was going with that. You know what? If it's done in the right way, I kind of don't mind it too much. I got no real problem with Man City winning the European Cup. I got no problem with that. No, but I laughed my tits off when you cocked it up in the final, to be fair. I don't want Man United winning any because they're catching up to us. I don't want Real Madrid winning anymore because they're running away too far away from us in terms of European Cups. But I don't know.
It's like, I ask you, do you remember United did that last minute 2 goals, Solskjaer and Sheringham?
I remember it, yeah.
Right, you talk to some football fans and what a day for British football. What a day. And I'm like, that wasn't a day. That was shit.
It was a horrible day.
It was horrible.
That's probably my favourite non-Everton football moment ever.
See, this is why do people latch onto this?
I'm with you, Flav.
My house just exploded that night. It was a fucking party, full central. So, my fella always taught me the enemy of your enemy is your friend. That's the way I was brought up.
They're your enemy as well.
But not really. I've always liked Man United, honestly.
I like Man United because it stopped Arsenal from winning so much.
Oh, there you go. The enemy's your friend.
All right, fair enough. It was a good night. It was a good night.
Listen, I'm only...
Listen, you know what? Some of yous and your teams are perfectly that, doesn't it? To be perfectly honest, like,
I'm comfortable with that.
You should be Man United. You should hate Man United too, like everyone.
Listen,
I like Manchester. The Arndale Centre's a wonderful place to shop, and the Trafford Centre's, it's a little bit too warm for me, but it's got a Victoria's Secret. And lads, you know the script. It's not as pervy. As pervy as Ann Summers, and I wouldn't give those West Ham cunts me money either. So it's a perfect scenario.
There you go.
Because they get a fucking free stadium. Have I mentioned that? They get a fucking free stadium.
Never mentioned that on the show anyway, shape or
form.
We're
paying for the fucking nets. The fucking nets. I realised before that I haven't said anything controversial today.
Can I just? Do you want to just
the fucking nets?
Shut up, you. No, but just last point there. Not counting you. So you didn't enjoy, from a football perspective or a neutral perspective, us winning it in 2005?
I'm a Spurs fan, not a football fan. And no, I didn't enjoy it. I was in bits. I couldn't believe my eyes. I hated it. I swear to God, I did. Yeah. You would hate it if it was Tottenham.
I gave up on life that day. I give up on life.
Yeah, it was horrendous.
I had an admiration for what you did that day.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Right,
but
but I knew what
Big
was...
club mentality.
Right.
There you go.
I had an admiration for what you did. It was incredible, just like with the Dortmund game. But you never hear the end of it. Since that Dortmund game the other day, bloody hell, we have never heard the end of it.
You brought it up, not me.
Right? Yeah, I mean, how many times
Just
did you
saying.
mention that to
Just
me?
saying.
I mean, in seeing
Have
me
a
after
rewind
that.
of the video
Right,
and see
so-
if I mentioned Dortmund first or Robbie mentioned
You know,
Dortmund
so
first.
listen, for me, I've got,
It might
listen,
be me,
what
I
you
don't
did
know.
against Dortmund was incredible. I was watching the
Say,
game.
look, he still
It was an
mentioned
amazing game.
But it's happened.
I just
move on.
start thinking to myself, oh, God.
I have cyanide capsules
Tomorrow
in
I'm
my
going to
house,
see Paul.
just in
I'm going to
case.
see Paul on Monday. I'm never going to hear the end of it.
It's just, yeah.
Look, I'm sorry that I support a football club that has success in Europe. I apologise to all of you. You should. No.
You just took the fucking red pill, and this is where we all are because of it. I don't think any of this is real. I'm plugged in somewhere, and you're in your little wet dream. Literally.
I'm the Agent Smith.
You are.
Is that what you're
Like
saying?
fucking, there's loads of yous everywhere all over the city. Keep on morphing into all the little fucking tramps.
Every time, yeah, you turn around the corner and you go.
You're having a conversation.
and there we are,
You're having a decent
smiling.
conversation with someone, and then they go, "Oh yeah, did you watch us last week against Dortmund?" You're like, "Oh, you've just gone from being all right to just a fucking knobhead." Because I'm not going to hear the end of it. And then they open up the top, and they've got like a £5 T-shirt from the fucking market with like Istanbul on, and you're just like, "Oh yeah." And then what the worst thing is, right? I don't know if this exists in other cities, right? But we have these girls in our city, right? They're called football slags, right? Or footy slags, right? And when Liverpool are playing in like a big game, they get all dolled up in the fucking best £8 fucking Primark knockoff, and they go out and you sit by the bar and they're giving it all, "Oh, go ahead, red man," they're just waiting for some dickhead to buy them all their fucking drinks all night. Football slags, telling you, get onto them. They're everywhere in this city and I fucking hate them. Fucking hate them. There you go.
I love Ped.
Have a guess if you
Copyright,
can.
football slags.
Have a guess if you can what Ped does for a living in the comments below. There you go. You'll never guess. Anyway, yes. Thanks very much for watching this week. For watching Ped. It's always an absolute pleasure. Enjoy all the matches this week. Subscribe to Toffee TV because Ped needs the uplift. Clearly. Subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, Red TV. Listen to the Fighting Cock podcast. Subscribe to Ball Street as well.